Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Jim Tully, what is going down? How are you doing? Jeff Elmore, good morning from Gunnison, Colorado. It is great to see you guys all here. So happy to be here at Highland Cycles for the Gospel of Two Wheels number 190, I believe. It's Gospel Two Wheels number 190, where the coffee's hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are thankfully absolutely ridiculous. It is awesome awesome day in Washington, Colorado. It has been raining quite a bit in the afternoons. We've been having some real monsoons, which has been sweet. And I believe the Thursday night ride tonight is going to be one for the books. Really excited. See, me and a buddy rode up to the Grand Mesa over the weekend to get in some fishing too. Right on, Jeff. Sweet. How did you guys do? And where did you guys fish? Roger Hurd, what's happening? Dirt Bike Riders 32. Good morning. How's it going? Yeah. So that's what we're here to talk about today. We'll talk about dirt bikes. There's my mom. Everybody say hi to my mom, Suzanne Spradling. I love you, Mama. But yeah, if you're new to this show and you're watching this live and you're like, what the heck is this? This is a show about dirt bikes where we just talk about all things dirt bike. I answer your questions. I answer questions from the internet, whatever. But then also sometimes we have a topic, and today the topic is fly fishing and dirt bikes. Because if you follow us on Facebook, then you've seen the boys and I have been doing a ton of fishing. It's been a lot of fun. 107, my dad says. By the way, everybody say hi to my dad. That's Scott Spradling. 107 in Oklahoma City. That's no good. Try as many licks as possible. Tiger trout were biting good. Ooh, nice. Right on. Mojave Mike, what's happening from Vegas? Jesse, morning from Waco, Texas. How do you keep your front brakes without accumulating air? Ooh, that's a good one. Jesse, I've had lots of problems with that on my 18300. Basically, I eventually replaced everything on it, and that seemed to help a lot. Like the line caliper, not the caliper, but the seals and the masters. Anyway, whatever, that helped a lot. But then the other thing I do is I have this like zip tie thing, not zip tie, twist tie, like one of those big, giant rubbery twist ties, and I put it around there and put pressure on it. Seems to help. And I knew my dad would like that topic about fly fishing. Um, so Jesse, that's what I do. I put pressure on the brake. I think KTM even has a thing in their power parts to like hooks on it, showing that they clearly have a problem. And I don't know why that happens. Mark Payne, how's it going from Washington? Jimmy Nyhart, what is up, my brother? How are you, Jimmy? It is awesome to see you here as always. So yeah, today's topic: fly fishing and dirt bikes. Let's start with a little bit of background. I started fly fishing long before I started riding dirt bikes. I think I was 13. David Barbachek from Tennessee, what's happening? I was 13 when my dad took me and some friends. We went to the Durango City Reservoir, which is not anywhere near the city of Durango. I mean, I guess it's kind of close. Kind of. Anyway, whatever. It's in the same area, but it's in the Wiminooch Wilderness outside of Durango. We hiked in, I believe it was 8 mile walk in. We backpacked in and we fished on that lake. And that was where I really learned how to fly fish. And then my dad and I have been fishing ever since. We've the last few years, we've been trying to make it a yearly pilgrimage up to Montana or someplace like that, Idaho, Wyoming, Yellowstone, whatever. This year we're going to Missoula. Very excited again. And so my kids have not shown a lot of interest in fishing in the past. They just, we took them once or twice, and it was like, it was fun. And then recently they've started wanting to, like, they've been spin fishing with their other granddad, who lives here, and they have been, having a lot of fun. So I got a new rod thanks to my father, Scott Spradling, because of our new upcoming trip to Montana. I bought a little bit heavier weight rod, a 5 weight, and so I got that. I was like, oh, we got to take it out. So I took the boys out, and they are now completely eaten up with fly fishing. I mean, that is all they want to do. So it's been really fun because we've been mixing riding with fishing, and it's been great. We're lucky here in Montrose to have that opportunity. I'm lucky at my new house to have that opportunity to leave from the house and ride just county roads. into Peach Valley. Then we can ride up and over to the Chucker Trail and fish the Gunny inside the gorge, or we can ride like we did Monday and ride down to it's the Gunny, but outside the gorge near Pleasure Park. So it's been awesome. Dennis Hogarth, what's happening? Good to see you here. Mark Payne heading to Montana, fly fishing, awesome. James, I'm glad to have you back. David Barbercheck, what's happening? What pipe do you recommend for 17 KTM 250 SX? Mine is beyond fixing. It depends on what you want to do. I like FMF gnarly for low end. For an SX, I'm guessing you probably ride maybe more moto and faster stuff. If you do, then I like the Fatty from FMF. So both those are good. The Scalvini is awesome high-end pipe, high dollar, although not the stamp pipes. The stamp Scalvinis are not high dollar, and they are actually really good too. They're the same as everything else because FMF and everything has got, they're bumping up against $300 now, which is, not super. And by the way, again, if you're new here, you're watching this, even if you're watching later, on the replay, first of all, please ask questions. I'll get to them, even if you're watching later. Also, feel free to chime in and help people. That's the goal. It's not just me. My brain is relatively small. I don't have all the knowledge, but there's a huge, vast community out there of dirt bikers that have lots and lots of knowledge. So that's the point here, is that everybody can help out. Dirt Bike Riders 32, you do a lot of enduro. I would try an FMF gnarly then. It's going to give you more low end and mid range. It's going to steal a little bit from the top end, but not that bad. So that's what I would try. Let's see. Hope you get a chance to do a video on plastic restyling kit for KTM. David Barbercheck, what do you mean? Are you talking about like what KTM, what restyling? What are you talking about? Because I would be happy to do that. I'm also really hoping they're going to have plastic kits out for my new bike before I get my new bike, because I got graphics and all that, but I'd really like to put them on different plastics so that I can save the OEM plastics on the shelf, put them on, and when I sell it, it'll look brand new, which is what I did to my 125, which, by the way, is still for sale. If anybody's interested, please let me know. The thing is awesome. I'm not in a massive hurry to sell it, but I'd love to get rid of it, get it out of here. So if anybody's interested, shoot me an email, morgan@highland-cycles.com. Yeah, Garrett Anderson, they don't even have foot pegs for my bike. It's ridiculous. I don't know if you guys know, but KTM shipped out some new 23s, the 250 XCFs and 350 SXs, and without foot pegs. Not just not on the bike, but not in the box. Like, there's not there. I have a 12-300 XC that supposedly had a 16 restyle kit, but my graphics didn't fit, and I had to get creative. Ooh. David, that's interesting. I'm wondering, David, if all they did was the front fender, because you could do the front. I had a 12. I think the 12. I can't remember if the 12 had the new style fender or not. Anyway, there was a fender change in there, and they had like a bracket that went on the triple clamp to allow the newer fender to bolt on. So yeah, I don't know. Gary said the foot peg. Yeah, I don't think anybody got those foot pegs. It's like a nationwide deal. They screwed up. Do you bring hiking boots to hike down the Checker Trail, Neil Matthews? That's a great question. And yes, we actually just rode in our hiking boots. We didn't put moto boots on. On our dual sport trips, we've just been putting our hiking boots on, helmets, and then just our gear that we're going to fish in. And we take it super easy. We don't ride real hard. Goal obviously being not to crash. But yeah, we don't. We just do that. Roger builds muscle holding your feet up. This Western New York, Dave Kessler, what's happening? Did I figure out what was wrong with the 125? Yes, I did. I don't know. It's actually sitting right there. I don't know if I should say what's wrong here or if I should just make you guys wait in suspense for the next schlog. I'll think about that. Fender and number plate. I ordered 16 graphics, made it work. Sweet. Right on, David Barbercheck. That's cool. I'm glad you got it figured out. It's a when they start doing that, it's really weird because like you experienced, it didn't always fit. Um, yeah, Jimmy and I, kids packing bikes, little Asian kids packing bikes, probably, sadly, or Indian kids. Um, I love you, Mama. Peace out. See, KTM hitting the Strider bike market hard. That might be the winner. Garrett Anderson, so good. Um, so yeah, guys, why don't you actually comment here on this live thing if you want me to tell you what was wrong with the 125? If you guys watched that video, there's a Thursday night ride video came out yesterday. The 125 lost some horsepower, and I did find out exactly what happened, and we will be fixing it very soon. But yeah, it was kind of an interesting. Actually, yeah, it's an interesting one. I've never actually ever had it happen before. What are y'all doing for the heat? Cooling vests, half frozen water packs. I've had these a few times in the military. Shane McNabb. Actually, what I'm doing for the heat is not riding in it. Sorry, but really, I'm so fortunate, Shane, that we have mountains 40 minutes from here to ride, and it's 20 degrees cooler. So I just don't ride in the heat. So maybe someone else here who is dealing with that can answer. I don't know. See, David Barbercheck, when 65 SX started sounding funny, spooging when repacked exhaust, found the power valve in two pieces in the exhaust. David, that is an interesting one. That's a really common problem on KTM 65s. A crazy, crazy problem on 65s. The Dave Kessler, Noah, I commented on your. Well, did I comment on your thing? I can't remember. Anyway, what was your guess, David? And like I said, I know I asked people to guess. I just like I said, I've already filmed the answer. It's just coming out next week on next week's Schlogs. Jimmy and I are scuba dive. It's 55 at 100 feet. I love it. That's awesome. Neil Matthews, do I think the Adobes will be dry enough? Dude, it's going to be brilliant. It's perfect in the Adobes right now because like outside the shop is not wet. So it actually didn't rain nearly as much here as it did where you were. Because yesterday the boys and I got off work and the boys and I ran down to the Unk to fish actually. And we got to the Uncompahgre. It was chocolate milk, raging river. I mean, it's out of hand how much rain you guys got down south. So, but here it didn't get that much. It was some, not that much. The Adobes are, I'm sure, perfect. We ended up going to the East Portal, and that was phenomenal. We did not actually land any fish, but we had some big ones. We just got to up our game. Let's see. Mesa was 60 degrees at top and 94 degrees at bottom. Jeff, well, yeah. So yeah, Shane, you're talking to a lot of people who live in Colorado, so we just go uphill. 65 SX is rich. How many jet sizes would you go down to start with? David, I would go down. Just start with going down 2 and check that. Pipe was partially plugged. Ooh, Dave Kessler, yes. So no, that is not what happened, and that would be relatively far from what happened. That's what I thought happened too. I thought the first thing I did was take the exhaust off and blow through it to see if something had gotten clogged up in there, but it did not. It's a turbine core, so it's less likely than like a screen style spark arrestor. And the power valve is perfect. Everything working just fine. So it was not that. It's honestly one of the weirdest things ever. So again, if you guys are watching this, whether it be live or later, make sure you subscribe because it is an interesting one and one that I have, like I said, first time in my long-ish career of working on motorcycles. All right, what else, guys? The other parts about the fly fishing, we've been just in case David Barbercheck, coil breaking down. Nope. I've seen that plenty. Shane McNabb, Garrett Anderson, there's no desert here in Missouri, trees and rocks and no breeze in the woods. Yeah, Shane, that's the thing. Garrett, Shane lives in Missouri. And it's buggy, muggy. Ugh, I can't. I'm like, you live in a beautiful place, Shane, and I love what you're doing with the new single track you're putting in. It looks awesome, but I'm really happy to not live there, or at least right now. I'm sure there are other times of the year, like fall and winter, when you're having so much fun, and I'm dealing with snow and whatever. That yeah, I would like to be there, but right now it's pretty awesome. Is not having a cush drive on XR 650L a big deal? No, Mike Webster. That is no big deal at all. In fact, if it, I would, yeah, I would probably take that off. My 650R doesn't have one, and I ride it like a dual sport. So, yeah, no worries. Ooh, Roger Hurd coaching this week for the FCA camp. Awesome. That's rad. Is that there in Prescott? That's super cool. Misery, Garrett Anderson. Air cleaner came apart and went into the reeds. Mark Payne. No, but you are getting closer. That is not what happened. But like I said, you're working on the right side of the engine. Like here, yeah, Mike, yeah, just run that thing. There's the 125 right there. In lots of pieces. We're actually going to be fixed. So we're having a youth night here at the shop. By the way, I guess I'll announce that here. Youth night here at the shop next Monday at 5:30. We're doing a youth shop night, and we're actually going to be doing work. I'm not going to give it away. We're going to be doing work on the 125, fixing it from the issue, which is going to be cool. We're going to have a bunch of kids. It's going to be awesome. So it's going to be fun. Let's see. Go fly fish Mexico for bonefish. Dude, Jimmy, I so badly hiked through the shallow mangroves. Pretty cool. Jimmy Neihart, that is on the bucket list with the boys. They are fired up. It's been on my list for a long time with my dad. We talked about it a lot as, growing up, and we did a lot of fishing all over the West. The thing is, both my dad and I are just drawn to the mountains. So we never went east for vacations. We always went to the mountains for trout. So we ended up not doing it. But the boys and I have been watching lots and lots and lots of bone fishing videos and tarpon fishing videos and all that. So I have a feeling it will happen in the future. I'm pretty excited. Bill O'Neill, clip came off the needle. No. I'm from St. Louis and fixed the heat issue by moving to Montrose. Yes, Chad. I love it. Shane, that's the other way you fix it, is you just move to the mountains. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's awesome. Hey, Morgan, when you get over to Taylor Park, Spring Creek area, check out Taylor River, Spring Creek, and Italian Creek. Or my favorite camp fish. Yeah, found it. I've actually fished that stuff. It's funny. I fished that stuff before I was riding dirt bikes with my dad. We fished the Upper Taylor and all that. And I think I don't know if my dad's probably still not on here, but I think we fished Spring Creek when I was a kid, or even as a young adult. But yeah, I found it as an awesome place to fish. It's super good. If you guys haven't been to the East Portal, highly recommend that. First of all, it's a crazy, crazy road down in there. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've been down there. And it's one of the steepest roads in the United States, steepest paved road. It's nuts. Anyway, goes down. The river's crazy right there. It gets hammered. But my son, Thomas, who's, arguably very new to fly fishing, but he's pretty adept, actually, which is pretty cool to watch. He does a pretty good job. Hiked across the river and got up to a place where clearly there's going to be a ton of fish, but clearly a million people are going to fish for him right off this roller dam. And I was downriver with my other boy fishing, and anyway, so I didn't even see him, but he managed to hook something, some submarine that ran straight down and doubled his rod and was peeling line off so fast. And he's, like I said, he's so new, he's going, and he didn't know what to do. And he grabbed the reel and stopped it, and it snapped off. Oh, man. I was like, well, son, you learned a valuable lesson. That is not what you do when fish are running away from you like that. So it was one of those moments. It's like so bittersweet. If you guys are fishermen, I think especially fly fishermen, it's that feeling of missing a fish it hurts so bad, but it also makes you want to go back so bad because you fooled them, right? You did the hard part, honestly, in my opinion, is you fooled the thing, especially a big fish like that. Those fish are super smart in that river. I mean, super, super smart. And so, yeah, I can't. It just drives you nuts, but also gives you that drive to go back. Mark Payne, what rivers are you fishing? We go Missoula. We will be fishing. What are we going to fish? I'm sure we're going to fish the Clark Fork. Probably fish the Big Blackfoot. I am not 100% sure. We switch it up. We've been there a couple times in the last few years, and I'm not sure. We're going to have a guide in a boat, so might fish Montour Creek, which is a little creek but with some big fish in it. I don't know. It's all up to my dad. He's the one funding the trip, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Shane, come on out, dude. We can interview. See, just saw on the tube about Silver King's Hardenduro. Have you guys heard or seen any good or bad about it being further west than I? David, I haven't actually heard too much about that. Our friend Adam Mitza, who we're going to help sponsor, raced it, and I haven't actually watched his video yet. If you guys please check out Adam Does Dirtbikes here on YouTube. He's a great guy. He's honestly, his videos are phenomenal. I don't know why he's not getting more views and subscribers. It's going actually pretty good, but like he's his editing and stuff is really good. And so he's been doing all the Hardenduro stuff. So David, I don't know much about it, but I'm gonna check in with him. And when he's gonna come out, we're gonna film a video of me helping him learn how to rebuild his shock. So I think that might be kind of a cool video. Actually, me teaching someone instead of just looking at the camera. And I'll ask him about that. Cosmel, fly for bones. The next day, go offshore for some biggins. The seasickness and tacos. Yes, Jimmy Nyhart. That sounds awesome. And I think our neighbors at our old house are super good friends, are Mexican, and the mom, her parents have a resort, I think near Cozumel. So we've been talking about going down there and then fishing. Silver Kings is awesome, but it's a bike breaker. There you go, Kevin Booth. I think all Hardenduro's bike breakers. Gary Anderson is at his first rate. He is Jeremy Mullen. What's happening, dude? Adam is killing. It's pretty cool. He last season was just starting. He was riding a KDX, and he went out and hammered down and was like way back in the CPAC, just like struggling like most people would in that stuff. But he just kept it up, raced. I don't know if he raced every race, but he raced a ton of races in the series. Finished way back in the pack. This year, he's currently winning the C class in Hardenduro, which is super rad. So he's really moving up. It's awesome. Ever fished the Clearwater in Idaho Panhandle or the Yank in northwestern Montana? There are hikes with very few people, some great fish, bear gun, and spray in those areas. No, I have not, but that sounds like right up my alley. So my favorite kind of fishing is small creeks. I love small creeks. Big rivers are great with big fish. I love that too. I'm not that good at it. It's actually kind of one of my goals this year is to get better at fishing that big water because it is pretty awesome. It's fun to catch big heavy fish. But my absolute like true love of fly fishing is small creeks. And if you guys watch this on Facebook, I posted the video or the pictures of us up on Fall Creek, which is in the Cimarrons. I'm not really going to talk too much about exactly where that is. You can find it if you want, but some of the most beautiful greenback cutthroat trout I've ever seen. And I caught 26 that day. My older boy caught 20. My younger boy caught 17, and my wife caught 4. Poor Ruth. But it was awesome. But we just slayed them, and that's my favorite is stalking and having to be real sneaky. And anyway, it's a lot of fun. And found it Gold Creek. I really want to ride Gold Creek too. So the boys are getting old enough to ride some of that hard stuff, and they enjoy it now. So I think that might be on the list for next year is a family trip to Idaho, that northern Idaho. Gary, I used to take that KDX with a Subaru. It's not a Subaru like Outback. It's a Subaru like sports car kind of thing. Stalking the brookies is fun when riding around small streams. Yeah, found it. It's like so fun. And that Fall Creek is so cool because it's one of the places that they dedicated. Not dedicated. Anyway, they worked really hard to put the greenbacks back into Colorado. Greenbacks are a threatened species. They're the only trout truly native to Colorado, and unfortunately, their spawn timing is off. And because of when they spawn and when rainbows spawn, the rainbows will come and just decimate them and outcompete them. And anyway, whatever. So they were almost gone, and this river has a huge 100-foot waterfall down it, and so fish can't get up. So they killed all the fish in it because people had stocked it over the years, and then put greenbacks back in there. And the biggest one we caught was 13 inches, and it was absolutely beautiful. Ooh, James Telly, any jetting tips for the 18, 250 to 300 change? Great question. So when you go up in bore, a lot of times you got to go smaller in jets, because when you go up in bore, you're drawing harder. There's a harder signal on the carburetor, which means it's pulling harder, which means if you open the jets, it'll overfuel. So I might, if I were you, try just going down one size. I'm not sure where you are. Like the problem is my bike no longer has anything stuck on it anymore. It's got a different carburetor, different everything. But I want to say that when I went to the 300, I went from with the Mikuni. I'm trying to think. I think I went down one size. I think I went to a 380 from a 390. That's what JD. If you look at JD's charts and stuff like that, they just say the same thing. So, have a good day. Thanks for your video. Thank Dave Barbcheck. I'm psyched you did your own fork seals. That's awesome. So I have to call you later to get the set permission. Yes, Garrett. Let me know. And those X31s should be here today. Quick announcement, guys. I'm going to be trying the Bridgestone X31. I am still fully sponsored by V-Moto. I still really like the V-Moto tires, but the new X31 looks amazing. And our job here on YouTube and at the shop in Western Colorado is to try stuff so I can report back to you and tell you whether it's good or not. So what else, guys? What else do you guys want to talk about? Either fishing, not fishing, dirt bikes, whatever. Let me know. Let's see what. It's so Thursday night ride tonight. We're meeting at the Buck Trail because it is officially open for business. Open July 1, and we are going to ride the Buck Trail. The conditions on the plateau should be pretty freaking epic because it rained quite a bit yesterday, and now it's supposed to be sunny all day. So we should have just absolutely, could be even a little bit dusty, but it should be just perfect conditions today. I'm really excited about that. What else? What other questions? We got just a few minutes left here, guys. And then I got to get to work, amazingly enough, even though Zach and Leander would tell you that I don't work. Oh, hold on. Let me show you what's going on here. Look at those lazy animals. Lazy animals. What else? Oh, Shady Burrow. Actually, quick announcement. I'm going to make an official Facebook post here, but Shady Burrow, if you are entered in the Shady Burrow and you can show me your entry to the Shady Burrow, I'm doing a discount on suspension work. We would like to help get people set up for the Shady Burrow, specifically get their bikes dialed in to race that race, because it's a gnarly one. It's a rocky one. It's actually pretty high speed at times. And I really, truly believe that TBT, us and TBT, whatever, we can really help you out and make your bike work way better. So let me know. I haven't decided the exact discount. I got to talk to Zach because that affects him and everything. So, but anyway, if you're entered and you can show me your entry, we will get your bike. We can help you out, give you a discount on doing suspension work. Matt Simpson, what's happening, dude? Finally made my speaking of jets, you finally made your 250 sec less. What did you do, Garrett? Did you remap it? What happened on that pile of crap? Sorry. Mark Payne, what's happening? Like I said, just a couple minutes. Matt Simpson, looks like you guys had a blast up in the Sergeant's area. I'm guessing you were in Sergeant's. Anyone running 101 and TPO bikes as fail safe in case the pump breaks? Yes, anonymous. I have heard of that. People just putting a little bit of um, oil in the tank just to be safe. And if I had a TPI, I would be doing that 100%. There's no way, no way. I also don't think that they oil enough anyway. So I would be putting a little that 100 to 1, 80 to 1, something like that in there anyway to help better ring seal, all kinds of stuff. Matt, that was awesome. I'm glad you guys had fun. Sorry I couldn't be there. Just way too much going on with the house and everything. And I'm just, honestly, I'm tired. I'm tired and I don't really want to travel anywhere other than right here. And I'm so blessed and so fortunate to live in a place where I don't have to travel. You are too. I don't have to go anywhere to have fun. So, yeah, just wasn't in the cards this year, but I hopefully will be back next year for 4th of July. Matt Simpson, you rode with the ladies. That was a good decision. It was a brilliant decision because, I mean, seriously, look at the dudes. You don't want to. I did a ton of mapping, and I think my cold start that has never been used got out of whack. Ooh, nice. Right? Right on, Garrett Harrison. That's awesome. Doug Sommerfeld, TBT suspension is awesome. So happy to hear that. Doug was one of our early guys. We got his stuff dialed in, and I'm so happy. It's awesome. I ride and fish, and based on my fishing skills, I ride a lot. That's awesome. Found it. Same here right now. My fishing skills used to be a lot higher than my riding skills, but they've definitely gone the other way because high builders. I've spent way more time in the last 10, 15 years riding dirt bikes than I have fishing. So, but I'm excited to kind of flip that back and get back at it. I've never actually been very good at the deep water stuff. I haven't spent a lot of time figuring out fly rigs and nymph rigs and all that stuff. I mean, I can get it done. I always catch fish, but I haven't had the big days, a lot of big days that were other people. Garrett Anderson, I will get you some setup advice for the Michigan race for sure. So that's going to be a lot of sand, right? I did watch a little bit of that thing. It was tight and we'll figure it out. We'll get you dialed in. Right on, guys. It is 8:01. I'm going to boogie because I got lots of work to do, and I'm actually going to go grab a little bit of breakfast and some more coffee. Guys, I love you so. Oh, but hold on, real quick. So in my last schlog, I said that I was looking for other things to say than all right, guys. Let me be real clear because I just want to make sure everybody understands I can give a crap how you feel about the gender that I use. I don't give two craps about that. Like, I will always use whatever gender I want to use. I don't give a damn. That's not what I was saying because I think a lot of people are like, oh boy, Morgan's getting woke. Nope. That's not what's happening. What I meant was that I always just say, all right, guys. I say it 1,000 times in a video. It seems like every time I turn the camera back on. So I was looking for another thing to say. So, and my wife said it perfectly. She just don't say that and just say what you're getting ready to say. I'm like, that's probably really what I need to do. But I just thought it was repetitive. I don't care about your feelings about gender. I do not care because it's ridiculous if you get offended by that. And ladies who are watching, I love you too. So anyway, that's what that's all about. So if you guys can come, use guys A, there we go. Right on. I just need to, like I said, I need to just not say the thing and just go into what I'm talking about. But anyway, I love you guys so very much. Punk Rock Club, thank you guys for sticking around to the end. You know I love you the most. I'm absolutely playing favorites on that thing. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I really hope you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels and gospel of fly fishing. If you're a fly fisherman, get after it. It's such a great sport. I've missed it. And I'm really fired up that my kids are excited about it. But most importantly, I hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes.